Kenothi Seuton, love, peace, blessing, all manner of happiness, health, joy, love, goodness, health, healing, abundance, prosperity unto you and your family. And something good definitely is going to happen to you today. And for if we have any Kung Fu Panda fans, I love the Kung Fu Panda movies. I think they're just awesome. And there's a great scene where the master Oogway and Sifu are talking, and they're talking about the Dragon Scroll, and whoever reads the scroll will become the Dragon Warrior. And it's so funny because Sifu, who is played by Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman does the voice. Amazing job. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that's something that he would have done before he did it. But anyway, he says, "But Master, who shall we trust, or who is able to wield absolute unlimited power?" He's making a real man, this is just moving all around here, making a real moment out of it. And Oogway is just kind of listening to him. And after Sifu is done with his just dramatic question, who is able to wield unlimited power, and who's able to read the scroll and wield this unlimited power? And Sifu is just kind of like staring off for just like a brief second, and he goes, "I don't know." it's so hilarious, but he has no stress about it whatsoever. He's just Oogway is just living in a total non-stress, non-worry, non-fear existence. And it's really, really a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful picture of how we can live. And if you notice that, as people mature and, they progress in age, we don't use the word old, that's a bad word, but as people progress in age, that's how they become, because they recognize that, that life takes care of you. And we could depends on what your religious practice or beliefs is. We could say that God takes care of us, and God takes care of everybody. And if you're more comfortable with the Creator or the universe, whatever you're able to hear without causing any resistance, we all know and recognize, especially over time, that there is someone looking out for us and helping us. And a lot of times, I remember years and years ago, someone said to me, something like 99% of what you fear and worry about never even happens anyway. And this was back in late 70s. I mean, so this was something that has always been known. And when you look at the ancient teachings, and so much is being released from the ancient mystery schools, things that we're told were kept secret, but I don't know if they necessarily were intentionally kept secret. Maybe they were just kept secret from certain people. I know that there are different wisdom traditions that simply wait until people are ready, until they show signs that they are ready. And sometimes they say it's for their own good, because it's like when we experience something that is against a belief, or is against a idea, or is against an application of universal law. It creates a doubt in us, and then it's very, very hard for us to believe it. So there's a possibility that a lot of these things were kept, from certain people, really honestly for their own protection. Because, if you have an experience and, you experience hurt or disappointment or any type of negative feeling from that experience, you're not going to want to experience it again. So, I don't know if there was, if it's conspiracy level, or however you want to think about it. But there definitely are, forces, universal laws that work all of the time. And when we start becoming energy and vibration focused, recognize that we are energetic beings living in an energetic universe, we can start to become aware of these influences and master them. And that's who Oogway was. Oogway was a master, and he lived in each moment, and I know it's a cartoon, but I don't care. I really liked it. I like all the Kung Fu Panda movies. I think they're awesome, and they take you through all level of emotion. And when they're over, you had that good feeling, that is, for me, I believe, is very positively creative, and the feeling is the prayer. But anyway, Oogway, when faced with Sifu's stress and a little bit of anxiety over the situation, didn't have any pride, didn't have any ego. He just said, "Oh, I don't know." And it's okay. It's okay to not know, and it's okay to be okay with not knowing. And I think sometimes we get around people who always have to give you an answer and feel like they always have to, or they always have the answer. It's like, okay, it's maybe that's could be your answer for something. But you recognize, you feel deep inside whether it's the right answer, or maybe the right answer for you or not, in the season that you're in. Another really cool thing that Oogway portrayed in the Kung Fu Panda movie was Sifu again came to him under distress and said, master, bad news. And he goes, "Oh, Sifu, there is no, news is neither good nor bad, there's only news." And he said that Tai Lung escaped from the prison and is headed this way. And Oogway goes, "Whoa, that is bad news." So just a freedom of, just being able to be yourself, and not feel any type of preconceived ideas about anyone else or yourself, not feeling like you have to say a certain thing or act a certain way, or have a certain appearance, as long as you're not offensive towards somebody else, is your authentic self. You're absolutely free to be who you are, and to feel okay about that. There's just so much pressure, there's so much, like even in recent eras, of maybe the Christian influence was a little bit more influenced this way. But I can remember when people were taking corporate America practices and concepts and applying them to the church to make it more prosperous. And which, of course, there's nothing wrong with prosperity whatsoever. But when you copy something that honors people a certain way, as opposed to honoring everybody the same way, that's when you start to lose just many emotional blessings and powers of compassion, usually one of the first to go, peace, and anyway. But being able to be in a place where we're not copying any type of system that chooses one person over another, or makes it seem like one person is better than somebody else, and just simply being able to be ourselves, recognizing that we are all children of the same Creator, we are all in the same family, and we are all experiencing the same purpose, recognizing who we truly are, and recognizing that we are energetic beings, recognizing that the choices that we choose affect ourselves and each other, and making the decision to only make positive choices, and when we do make negative choices, to forgive ourselves. Again, we don't reach, most of us, that place of perfection right away. It takes some time to to get out from underneath the influences that have caused us to have an experience of being harmful to ourselves and harmful to others. Forgive yourself, give yourself mercy and grace to take some time to get free of that. And again, the purpose is to be able to use our energy to ascend to higher beings, higher life forms, beings who, are creative, but only create positive, non-toxic, organic creations. And when you're on that path because it feels good. It feels better. It's just like when you change your diet and remove things that are toxic, remove things that are stimulants, and you begin to allow your body to clean and to regenerate and to be able to reset itself. And you become your own researcher, your own physician, and begin healing yourself and recognizing what is good for your body and what is not good for your body. Again, when we talk about the ancient teachings and the ancient mystery schools, they all had dietary practices, and because they recognize that what we do put in our body does affect us, and they recognize that also that it's what we do put in our bodies and the energy that we apply to our bodies are what causes our body to be either healthy or unhealthy. And we understand now from epigenetics, none of us is handed just a unfortunate set of genes that we're stuck with. It's the influence, it's the energy that we are feeding, the message that we are sending to our genes that cause them to operate, to function, and to either produce a good gene's good effect, or to turn off a negative gene and possibly a negative gene's effect. And well, it's not possibly, many people have done it, but anyway, so the whole point is, I don't know. And I don't have to know. I don't have to know everything. We don't have to know everything. There's that type of pressure is false. It is used for control, and when it's upon you because life stops feeling good. And the ancient traditions, they have, especially the shaman tradition, they have something that's called a soul retrieval, because they teach when life gets hard, life gets difficult, and it gets so unbearable, a child part of us will flee. And in the shaman tradition, the child flees and returns to Pachamama, the mother, where it is safe. And so that's how we can recognize that a part of us is missing, and do our own personal soul retrieval by returning to that type of mindset and lifestyle and reality, and allowing ourselves to Gnothi Seutan, know ourselves once again, and live a happy, peaceful, loving, easygoing life. With that, love, peace, blessing to you and all of your family. Gnothi Seutan. Namaste.